What's up, guys? Megs here with Market Open. Relatively small morning. If you notice, only two of the trades I took this morning were on the watch list. One of them was not, but actually I made a quick decision to get out because of the daily setup, so that's kind of important. I'll make sure to go over that for you guys today. Up on the day, 88 bucks. Most of the shorts that I wanted to take did not set up. And then the longs didn't really quite give me a setup until a little bit later on. So let's go ahead and walk you guys through that. This morning, my first trade I took was on CMI, which was Cummins diesel right here. And right off the bat, it ended up actually selling off. Actually, I took it on the 1 minute here. So I took it right at 938. Probably shorted it under 153 right here. Alright, so I shorted it right at, actually I ended up shorting it at 152.51. So I got a horrible fill on this, first of all. Now, if you guys notice, it flushes down, it flags, which means it pulls back here. So it pulls back, and then I wanted to short it under 153 with a stop up here at 153.60. Now, I had my order sitting at 153. And actually 152.99 with a stop order, which is a market order, because the spreads were relatively small. It had maybe like a 10-cent spread or so, and once it went under 53, it just came all the way down to 152.25, so it filled me at 152.51. Right at that time, I had set out multiple orders. I had an order out for CG&X, order for CMI, and I believe I was looking at STX, so I kind of had my eyes all over the place, and so that's why I set out a stop order. Now, I really should have done a stop limit order so it didn't fill me so low, so I could have had a stop limit of 152.99 and then a limit of 152 like 85 or something like that, so it wouldn't have filled me all the way down at 152.50. So unfortunately, this actually ended up going against me later on. So right down here, I was up a little. I was up like 50 bucks or so. So it's not really quite my 1-to-1. And here in this candle, since I was watching so many stocks, I put a stop order over 150. What was it? 153.63. And it actually flashed up, and it filled me at 153.77. So now I was only really supposed to lose $100, maybe $120 max, but what actually ended up happening is A, I got a bad fill, B, I got a quick upside candle, which I'm not supposed to move out on. I would not have moved out on that candle if I didn't have a hard stop, but it's just I had so many things I was looking at that I had to put a hard stop. So it flashed up and actually kicked me out. It's just bad luck of the draw. It happens once in a while. I got kicked out at 153.77, so I actually ended up losing $189 on that. So that's kind of frustrating, but I know that it does happen. Statistically, it doesn't really happen most of the time. It does happen sometimes. It's just that was 2 for 2, a bad fill and then a bad fill on the way up and down. So then the next trade I took was on NTRI. So NTRI, believe it was a flag here. So right at 957, right in here. Actually, no, I take that back. I took it on the 1 minute. So NTRI was gapping up this morning on good earnings. Now, this is something often that I'll take because you'll see more of an ABCD pattern. If you guys don't know what an ABCD pattern, I think I've gone over it before in some of my other videos. You guys should just type in ABCD. But it's a long type pattern on something that's gapping up. So I'll show it to you guys as I saw it this morning. So now we're pulling up, it pulls back, it makes a lower high, and now right here at 34.50, you can see that it's just kind of it hit, which means that there's resistance there. So as soon as it breaks resistance, I went ahead and got in. So I got filled here at 34.55 with 100 shares. And I saw that it was actually holding, so I went ahead and got another 100 shares. So I was long, and my stop was actually going to be 34. So here I got filled, and we started rocketing up. So 200 shares. I covered 150 right at 35.60. so almost a full point out of that. And then right here, I covered the last at 35.20 as it was coming back down. Now, this is LL, was something that actually was called out in the room, looked relatively good. And it's kind of starting to move sideways. It's just that I didn't see the potential in it for it to come back down. So yes, it's gapping down. Yes, is the VWAP projection. But there's one thing that really made me change my mind quickly. So right here, so 6 month, let's put the 50 and the 200 on it. Now, if you guys will notice, there is one candle wick here that shows that there's a lot of buyers kind of coming in at a certain level. And so there's really no other point of support for lumber liquidators in the past year or so. So if I was to draw this point, so 2020, 2022, close enough. Either way, okay, so now let's go back to the 5-minute chart. So if it's double topping, here at right under $21 or so, and I'm gonna short it here under 20.50. Actually, no, I ended up shorting it shorter than that. So down here at 20.35, and with a stop up here at 20.91. So we're talking 60 something cents, right? Now, I need for this thing to move 60 cents for it to hit my 1-to-1 target. Now, guys, pay attention. This is very important. So you need 60 cents. You short it here. But now your next point of support is at 2020, right around 2020, and you're shorting at 20.35. That only gives you 15 cents of room until the next point of support. And to me, that's not worth it. I need for it to move at least 60 cents. So if you guys can see, it's just kind of sitting there hovering. It's just kind of sitting there hovering around this area. Now, to me, yes, it could break down below that, but the odds are not really in my favor. And I'm not willing to sit here all day and just kind of hope and pray that it's going to break down under that level, especially with having such a big level of the number 20. So it's just such a big psychological number of 20, and you have support right at the 2020 area. So it could end up going sideways, but when I like to take trades, I like to have all the odds in my end and all the advantage basically in my end, so I don't want it to start going against me. So I decided, after I looked at the daily, I took it on the 5-minute, but then I looked at the daily, I said, oh, this is crap, I only have 15 cents, let me get out. So I went ahead and covered right at 20.37. I ended up losing $3, not a big deal. Now, my last trade I took was on NTRI. NTRI was on the watch list this morning. It was right here during this flag. Now, I really wanted to take the last quarter of it right above around the 35.90, 35.95. And I was so close. If you guys will see, this is the high of this candle. It flashed up really quickly, but it was 35.90. Right before I got to 36, I was going to go ahead and get rid of it. The daily on this thing is phenomenal on NTRI. That's why I didn't have a problem going into it. We have a huge gap here to play into, and the gap fill is not until $39. So I went ahead and took this flag. I got long right at 35.15. If you guys don't know what a flag is, it basically just represents a flagpole, basically. Just this right here is the pole. This is the flag. It pulls back. Next candle to make your new high is your entry. So right here, 35.10 is the high of this candle. I went ahead and got long. It's a 5-cent ticker, so I went ahead and got in at 35.15, just making sure that it breaks over. Risking $100, and as you guys can see, got in 35.15. Got out here at 34.40 with 300 shares, and I was this close to getting another almost $100 out of the last quarter, but I actually ended up getting kicked out at 35.35. So very unfortunate. Maybe I was being a little bit greedy. Maybe it flashed up too fast. Looking back on it, I really should have gotten out around the 35.90. But hindsight's always 20/20. I ended up making $280 out of NTRI, so I can't really complain. None of my shorts really set up, so I had to kind of just shift gears and go into looking for longs. Let's see here. The market's still kind of going sideways. but none of my shorts really set up, so you have to make sure that you know how to play both sides. And that's definitely a huge advantage in how to keep your edge in the market. Alright guys, that's it for the recap today, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have not joined us yet on their Facebook group, make sure to do that. The link will be down in the description below, where I post my watch list for you guys every single day. Lastly, if you guys are curious on how I learn how to trade, I provided you guys with the discount code in the description. It comes with one-on-one mentoring, classes, and buying power, so make sure to take advantage of that. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.